This is one of my favorite sweaters, and you're going to see it a lot. So today's videos are from Am I the A-Hole? We're going to dive right in. This one is from Ill Engineer 6668. Am I the a-hole for asking my pregnant colleague if she is having a boy or a girl? Today at our weekly team meeting, one of my colleagues announced that she is pregnant and will be going on maternity leave in April. Everyone reacted with congratulations and excitement for her, and I did too. We all told her that we're very happy for her and her family and wished her all the best. A few minutes later, I was in the elevator with her and 3 of our other team members, so 5 of us in total of the team of 11 people, on our way back to our desk. Just for the sake of conversation, I asked her if she's having a boy or a girl. Her face kind of fell, and she grimly and shortly said, "Boy." I thought it was strange that she reacted like this, but I let it go. Then, after I was back at my desk, she came up to me and said that my question was inappropriate, that she was planning to announce the gender herself, but I forced her to say it like that in an elevator. So now half our team knows, and it killed the magic. I was honestly really confused and apologized profusely. She lectured at me on how I shouldn't be asking personal questions and walked away. I honestly couldn't have thought this was in any way a personal question. Is it too personal? I'm a 24-year-old dude and I don't know anything about pregnant women or babies or social customs, I guess. I was just trying to be friendly. Am I the a-hole? No, you're not the a-hole, okay? You didn't force her to say anything. She could have just responded with, "I'm planning to announce that later." That's it. That's all that is. Simple statement. No one forced her to say anything. You didn't hound her. You didn't, belittle her. You didn't come after her asking repeatedly. You asked once if you're having a girl or boy, which is a totally acceptable question. The logical next question after someone tells you they're pregnant. Take it from me, a person who's been pregnant twice. If I tell people I'm pregnant, or if I'm big enough and they see that I am obviously pregnant, they'll go, "Oh, do you know if you're having a girl or a boy?" But, that is the logical next question. You tell someone that you're pregnant, they're going to ask you, do you know if it's a girl or a boy? And if you don't feel like telling them, then don't tell them. It doesn't have to be this huge thing. And if you want to make it a huge thing, that's your prerogative. But just say, "I'm going to announce it later." That's it. Not the a-hole. I want to get a gavel. That would be cool. But I need a desk first to bang the gavel on. Next story. This one is from Fancy Boots. Am I the a-hole for selling a desk chair I thought was no longer wanted? I recently moved into a new flat. The guy moving out told me he wasn't moving into his new place for a few days and doesn't have any place to store his desk chair. Nothing fancy. I guess around $50. In the meantime. So naturally, I told him he can leave it here for a few days and come get it when he's all moved in. 2 weeks later, he hadn't talked to me again. So I sent him a message to remind him the chair is still here. He said he will come pick it up the following morning. He didn't show up. He didn't even send a message to say he isn't coming or try to reschedule. About 2 months later, I sold the chair. The other day, 4 months since I moved in, and after over 3 months of no contact from the chair owner, he sent me a message asking when he can come pick it up. I told him that the chair is gone. Since he hadn't talked to me for a long time, I assumed he didn't want it anymore. The guy got mad and accused me of stealing the chair and demanded I repay him. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, am I the a-hole? No, you're not. That guy abandoned the chair. It's been months since you heard from him. The original agreement was just for a few days. And by abandoned property, I think that the rules are 30 days. You had more than enough time to come pick up your chair. That's all there is to it. You had enough time. You didn't come pick it up. You abandoned the chair. Point blank, not the a-hole. Next story. Am I the a-hole for expecting an apology and wanting an explanation from my brother-in-law after finding out he donated my wedding dress without any warning? This story is from GingerGal1234. He never asked. He never told me. He decided for me that it was no longer needed. He took my wedding dress from my mother-in-law's closet where it had been stored since my wedding 20 years ago. She told me I should store it there. She assured me it would be safer and cleaner than in my dirty house, and she has plenty of room. My house is small, crowded, and sometimes we have mice, so I reluctantly agreed. I thought I had no reason to doubt its safety. There was no reason for him to get rid of it. No one asked him to even move it, or it was in no one's way. In fact, the closet now sits empty. I am not aware of any reason he would have to want to hurt me or steal from me. He has plenty of money since he's worked as a doctor. I really don't understand why he would do something so despicable with something so precious and personal to me. Now, to shove the knife a little deeper, my mother-in-law wants us to come for Christmas and I guess pretend like nothing happened. She is elderly and says she can't deal with it if we start to argue, so we aren't supposed to mention it. My brother-in-law refuses to apologize and feels uncomfortable talking about it, so we are supposed to sit tight and never bring up the topic of my stolen wedding dress. I am devastated, furious, and heartbroken. Thanks for listening. No, you're not the a-hole for expecting an apology, okay? He stole from you. That was your wedding dress that I'm sure you've paid hundreds for, maybe even thousands, depending on the type of dress. And for what? He donated it? Did he donate it though? That's the thing. Did he donate it though? I'm gonna be honest, he probably resold it on some resale site. That's it. I don't know what else to say because I gotta go to the comments. I gotta go to the comments on this one because I need a little bit more. Okay, so interesting update. The post has been deleted and the comments have been locked. But, okay, first comment, and it sums it up right here. Don't cater to the worst person in your family. It just guarantees there will always be a worse person everyone has to tiptoe around. Confront him before Christmas and get things out into the open. And that's exactly how I feel about this. Don't keep catering to people who do these crappy things to you, because if you push it down or push it to the side or act like nothing happened or, oh, it's okay, let's just not talk about it, they're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep doing it. That's it. You're excusing their terrible behavior. They're going to keep doing it. But the OP responded to that comment with, I agree. That's what we're trying to do, but he is being impossible. Last time we saw him, we did confront him, and he told us where he dropped it off, but got upset with us for confronting him about it. And when he tried to walk out, I grabbed his arm, and he immediately called the police, and to quote him, he told 911 I was being ridiculous and grabbed him. FYI, the police came out and talked to everyone and left also frustrated with his lack of remorse and gave me their deep sympathy. Okay, so he told them where he dropped it off at. At least maybe you can possibly get it back. But that is weird. Why is this brother being so weird? There's got to be a little bit more here that we don't know about. Maybe there's some kind of rivalry between the brothers or something like that. Or maybe the brother just doesn't like the wife, hasn't ever liked the wife, and is deciding to just try to do something super petty to get back at her. I don't know. I feel like there's something else here that we're just not aware of. Okay, so I tried going through the comments just to see if there was a little a little more context or something like that, and I'm not really getting anything. What I did get was that the gown wasn't that expensive. It was more the sentimental value of it, which I totally understand that. You got married in that dress. It's your wedding dress. I felt awful when I lost my first wedding dress. I left it in a storage unit. I did not pay the storage unit. And they sold off my belongings in that storage unit. This was, oh gosh, it's been about almost 15 years now. And no, closer to 13 years. So it's been about 13 years now, but I'm still sad about, losing that dress. It was a good memory for me. It was. This is icky. Trying to deal with situations like this where, the mother-in-law is just like, oh, I don't want to deal with it and blah, blah, blah. And she's probably one of those people who are used to people pleasing and pushing things down and not really confronting the people in their life that do nasty things. And, they want other people to not confront people that do nasty things because they don't want to be even around the confrontation. I'm not that person. I have two ways of responding to things that upset me. One, I'm going to tell you all about it. Okay? I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm going to tell you exactly why, or, and everything like that. Or two, I'm just not going to interact anymore. And that's if I feel so deeply hurt by something and I know that I may cry about the situation, I'm not going to talk to you about it. I'm just going to ignore you. Those are my two responses. Now, there are people who probably have healthier responses than that, but right now, I'm not one of them. I'm working on it, but I'm not one of them right now. So I would for something like this, where I would be angry instead of emotionally hurt, I absolutely would confront this person about it, because you stole my dress. You stole my dress and you gave it to some Salvation Army, which I still don't believe that he did. I believe that he probably sold it off and then said that he dropped it off at a Salvation Army months ago, so there's no way to get it back or anything like that. I'm going to be honest. I think he sold it. That's it. And that's what we're going with. And that's where we're ending the video today. Thanks for watching today. I don't know why. I'm getting a little extra heated lately, a little extra emotional, but I'm okay with that. So, I am who I am, and I love, just talking and, anyone watching, you guys are my friends now. Come be my friend. Talk to me in the comments. I'll talk back, I promise. Honestly, I do talk too much. Thank you for listening today. Thank you for watching. If you're reading the end of this video, or if you're watching to the end of this video, I'm still waiting for someone to comment turtles. Thanks for watching. Bye.